So I might have to go back and forth in my sharing. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to go to petersons.com first. So I'm going to go to petersons.com. So here we have petersons.com. And what you're going to do is type in your university name. It helps to type the full name so that you actually can get through it. And it'll search and find it correctly. Sometimes if you just put the letters, it may not find it, or it finds the wrong one because there might be more than one university with the same initials. So I'm going to do my sample on a university named Mount Holyoke College. Mount Holyoke is a university where my cousin actually is a professor. So I like to use that as my sample. So Mount Holyoke College is the name of it. And I'm going to click search. Now, the first time you click search, sometimes it will ask you some questions or come up with pop-ups. Just unclick them, get rid of them. Okay, so now what I need to do is scroll down until I find it. Here it is, Mount Holyoke College. So I'm going to either click on the name, or I can click on the right where it says, well, actually don't click on interested, get more info, because it's going to send you to another screen. So don't do that. And see, we've got all kinds of stuff popping up. Get out of the pop-ups. So when I go to the first page for Mount Holyoke, it tells me where it's located. South Hadley is the city. MA, Massachusetts, is actually what the state is. So now I need to go to my notes, and it just showed me that I cannot, let me see if I can get in there. It won't let me bring the tab over. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open up my college sample. Okay, so I'm going to have to go back and forth. Okay, so I'm going to start with Petersons here. And of course, the full name is Mount Holyoke College. So I need to type that in, Mount Holyoke College. And the acronym, what an acronym is it actually is the initials, well, it's not really initials, but it's the first letter of each, the first letter of each word in the college name. So MHC is what the acronym is going to be. That's going to be like the short title. So example, if it's University of Southern California, that's what USC stands for. But you need the full name of the university, plus you need the acronym. And then I saw that it is located in South Hadley, Massachusetts, and I'm just going to put that for right now. I just need the city and state. I think there's one of you doing an out of the country university with my approval. You would also have to include the country. So now look at all the things that it's asking me to find. I may not find them all in the same place. So I'm going to go back to the page here. Oh, I found the tuition amount, $52,040. So I'm going to go to tuition. So I think it's here somewhere. Tuition, $, 54,020. All right. And then I'm also going to see that their acceptance rate, the acceptance rate is 51%. Okay. And then I've got to go back and forth. Again, split screen is better. How many students do they have? So this is the population, or how many students they have. So I'm going to look for population. How many students are there? And it was 2,200. Oh wait, I think it was 2,208. 2,208. And so I'm going to go back and forth, and I'm going to look for information. This is actually kind of interesting here. Small town setting. I don't have that on there, but it could be something that I might want to do. I might want to add to the very bottom. Interesting information. Small town setting. So you see, I'm going through and I'm trying to fill in any information I can find. As I scroll down, I have the Office of Admissions. I have majors and degrees. I have admissions acceptance rates, how many have applied, how many enrolled, how many females applied, how many females accepted, the application fee, the average GPA. So as I go back and forth, I'm going to try to find all of this information. Let's see, acceptance rate. What was the other thing I found? Average GPA 3.81. That's pretty high. That's an A minus. Average. That's the average of the kids they accepted. That's always good to know because that tells you it's probably a tough one. You don't have to worry about all of that, but let's look at the fees. So it says full-time student fees. So tuition is what you pay to go to school there. This is a private school. So this is important. If it's public school, it's going to be a lot less money because the state will fund it. This is not funded by the state that it's in, so they have to charge more. Okay, but they usually do have a lot better financial aid packets, so you kind of have to look at both things. So student fees, we're going to go ahead and add that in there. Any other fees? $18. And then room and board. What is room and board? So room and board actually means your dorm and your meal card. So it's food and it's your room, your dorm room, and that's for a full year is $15,320. Okay, $15,300. If it says room only, don't pick up that one. So it's $15,320. All right. So let's see what other information we can find out about. Financial aid. So this is interesting. So okay, I gotta get those pop-ups. The percentage of students who will receive financial with need. That's a little different than when it's asking us. So we might have to go back and check on that. But average financial aid package. What that means is how much money do people actually get in student loans and other things? Money that they might have to pay back or grants. So $42,565. Actually, we want to look and see if there's a net cost. That might be a niche. We'll have to look. So here's something interesting. 27% international students. That might not be in the demographics, I'm not sure, but we'll say 27% international. That's important because that means you're going to get students from other countries. That's a high percentage. That's more than 1/4 come from other countries, and that's important. Here are all your demographics. So this is important. What's the student body like? So, I mean, you can click and drag, but it's going to make a pretty weird chart. So if we go over here and put in demographics, I'm telling you, it's going to, oh, it did it. So you can click and drag. You just want to separate them maybe by a comma and a space, just because, and then there's like no spaces in between. But you know, it's up to you. At least you have it all in there. So this breaks it down by ethnicity. That's great, except you also need to know the demographics of gender, male and female. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so we'll go ahead and put that in there. Male, 0.14%, female 99. We're going to find out that this is a very unique university in that it's a female college. All right, so let's see, what else can we find out? Campus life. Okay, here we go. How many undergrads or how many students live on campus college housing, like they don't live in apartments? 96%. So we're going to put that down here. 96% live on campus. That's almost all of the students living on the campus. All right, so let's keep going. Oh, here we go. Popular student organizations. Well, this is good to know. So you could actually just click popular campus life clubs and organizations. There you go. And let's see what else we can find. Campus security. No men's sports. I wonder why. And if you look through here, you'll see that everything is Division III. So if you know your sports, your college sports, you can say this is all Division III. Oops. Division I is like the highest level. Division III, that means that they're not like, and then these are the different sports you can actually be involved in. Intramural means between other teams at your school. Intercollegiate means against other schools. So the sports against different schools. Faculty, that means professors. This is kind of important. Your student-faculty ratio. Wow. I don't think I put that in here because it's not on all of them, but it's okay. We'll say that down here. Interesting. Student-faculty ratio. Oh my goodness, it's 9 to 1. For every 9 students, there's 1 professor. That's amazing. You'll see when you look at your universities, that's amazing. That means your classes are going to be very, very small. Okay. And then that brings us to the end. So that's all the information we got from Peterson's. But we can also go to niche.com. We can put that in and it should come up. You have to find it. Mount Holyoke, not graduate. We don't want graduate. Mount Holyoke College. There it goes. Okay, and now we're going to look through this. Niche gives it a grade, like compared to other universities. What level is this? Diversity, they get an A. Academics, A+. Party scene, C+. So obviously not a great party scene, but some of you don't want that. You know, you want to go to a really cool college where there is a lot of studying. So we're going to skip all of this. Admissions rate is the same. Application fee is the same. And this is something that's important. Net price. That means what's the average amount that you're going to pay or your parents are going to pay outside of financial aid, and then how many people receive financial aid. This is important. So we're going to go back to the net price and financial aid. It was 79%. That's a lot of students. And then the net price, or how much you're going to end up actually paying with all of your loans and things. Oops, sorry, wrong one. Go back. Is $29,737 a year. Well, you might think that's a lot, and it kind of is, but college is expensive. I can reduce that size because it's kind of annoying me. All right, so I've got quite a bit of information already, and we can take a look at this. 9 to 1 is the same. Oh, popular majors. This one actually gives the most popular majors, so you can pick the top 3. You can pick the top 5, whatever you want to do. Remember, the more words, the better. Don't pick more than 5, though, because then it just makes it crazy. But remember that the more you have in there, the more words you're writing. So popular majors, oh, there it is, popular majors. So economics was computer science and biology. Okay, now I still have a lot left here, and I need to get some history and other things. So maybe I'm not going to find those on these 2 websites. So I could take the college tour. I already searched college tour. The UVision didn't have one. So I went and found a college tour of Mount Holyoke. And so I'm going to play it in the corner here. Just part of it.
Now more than ever, the world needs Mount Holyoke graduates
who share the strength,
the readiness,
the urgency
to make their lives stand for something bigger,
something better, who know there is as much to be done out there as there is to be undone, who believe that access and equity are everything and for everyone.
At Mount Holyoke, the drive to build a better world is in our DNA. It's who we are. It's who we were.
It's who we want to be. Mount Holyoke exists to open minds and possibilities, to dismantle gender oppression,
to challenge norms, to empower those the wider world underestimates.
So anyway, this is just part of the video. I think it's a pretty awesome video. And I also was able to kind of look at the background. I kind of went and looked at it a couple of times.